Good morning, everyone. My name is Lindsay Warden, and I'm the Executive Director of Holstein Genetic Services for Holstein Association USA. And this morning, I'm pleased to bring you some news and updates on several of our products and services. The first update I want to share is related to our National Junior Holstein shows. For the past several years, there has been a deadline for junior ownership transfers to be into the Holstein Association USA office by June 1st in order to be eligible to participate in National Junior Holstein shows. Starting with the 2020 show season, that transfer deadline is now July 15th for both heifers and cows. It is important to note that this is a received by deadline, meaning that any ownership transfer not into the Holstein USA office by July 15th will not be eligible for National Junior Holstein shows. There were a couple key points behind making this change. First, in these times, your association is looking for every opportunity to add value and enhance the marketability of registered Holstein cattle. Allowing juniors an extra month and a half to purchase their show animals provides additional marketing opportunities for breeders who provide those type of animals. Second, and more practically, this change puts us more in line with all of the other major dairy breeds. It's important to remember that this change only impacts National Junior Holstein shows. 4-H and other youth shows may have different deadlines, so it's important for youth participating in those events to be sure they know of any ownership deadlines and abide by those rules. If there's ever a question as to whether a junior ownership transfer has been completed, please be sure to contact Holstein Association USA customer service before the deadline passes. If you do not have a registration and paper in hand that reflects the correct ownership as the deadline approaches, or the correct ownership does not appear when you use the website's animal search, please call into customer service and check the status to ensure your transfer has been received to avoid disappointment when the fall shows roll around. The topic of ownership transfers provides a perfect segue into our next update, which is Holstein Association USA's online system for transferring cattle when they are sold. Transferring animals is an important responsibility of the seller to ensure that the buyer gets the most from their investment that they made in your registered Holsteins, and our online system makes this process quick and simple. The online system is full-featured to ensure you can take care of all of your business in one transaction. This includes being able to enter multiple animals at one time and transfer them to multiple buyers if needed. The system has a live connection to the Holstein USA databases, so when you type in an animal's registration number, you get confirmation that you have entered the correct animal immediately. And if you have the buyer's account number, when you enter that, it will populate all of their other information automatically, so you will not have to re-enter it. When your transfers are submitted, you'll get a confirmation email from the system, so you know that your transaction was successfully received. You can access the online transfer system on the Holstein USA website with just a couple clicks. From the main menu at holsteinusa.com, click on Animal Identification and then Transfer in the drop-down menu. Next, click the button to transfer animals online. If this is your first time using the online transfer system, you can watch a short tutorial video that will walk you through every step of the process. You will need to log into your Holstein USA online account to use the online transfer system. So if you do not have a login, or you're unsure of your username and password, be sure to contact customer service to get that set up. The next topic I'd like to talk about is an update on our registration rules relating to transferring calves resulting from embryo transfer or in vitro fertilization. As of December 9th, breeders are no longer required to fill in the fields for recovery date, implant date, and recipient ID on registration applications. We ask that you simply mark the calves as ET or IVF for their breeding type so the appropriate suffix can be applied to their names. As a result, we have also made some modifications to our long-standing parentage verification spot checking program for embryo transfer calves. For many years, our policy has been to select the third female calf registered from every recovery and select that animal for required parentage verification. Since we will no longer have that recovery date information to go by, a program has been developed to randomly select a percentage of ET and IVF calves that are registered each month for parentage verification. Animals who have not yet been genomic tested will be selected more heavily than those who have already been genomic tested. An important note is that any ET calf that has already been selected as part of a required ET parentage verification program under the former system are still required to complete that testing. Even though the information is no longer required to be submitted, we still highly encourage breeders to maintain a file with all of their paperwork and records related to their embryo transfer work, as they may be requested at any time for additional verification. We hope that breeders find this change to make the registration process even more simple. To take advantage of this update, users must download the newest December 2019 version of the EasyID software. It's a free download and can be found under software on the main menu at holsteinusa.com. Holstein Marketplace Sires program was launched just about a year ago, and we are pleased to offer this marketing program for registered Holstein breeders. In case you have not yet heard about the Marketplace Sires program, let me give a quick overview of the program. Breeders may submit registered Holstein bulls to be selected to be considered for acceptance into the program, and if selected, the breeder of the bull maintains full ownership of that bull. The breeder bears the expense to get semen collected on the bull, and then Holstein Association USA serves as the marketing agent and is responsible for advertising and selling the semen. A majority of the profits from the sales are returned directly to the bull's owner. Bulls selected for the program come from deep cow families with different sire stacks, have balanced genomic profiles for production, health, and conformation traits, and are also low calving ease and free of all undesirable haplotypes and genetic conditions. We currently have 5 bulls available from the Holstein Marketplace, and I want to take just a minute to review them with you now. The first bull I'll mention is Do Good, and he's bred and owned by Dean Good of Oconto, Wisconsin. Do Good is sired by OCD Rogers Franchise out of a very good 85 2-year-old sired by Co-op Day Tough Enough. Backed by 7 generations of very good and excellent dams, Do Good traces back to the prominent excellent 92-point gold medal dam and dam of merit cow, Westwood HC Rudy Missy. He has a well-rounded genetic profile with over 1,000 pounds of milk, 1.3 for daughter pregnancy rate, 2.16 for PTA type, and 2.87 for udder composite. He also comes in at under 6 for calving ease. On top of those credentials, Do Good also has the desirable milk protein profile of beta-casein A2 and kappa-casein BB. Next is Lotto, who is bred and owned by Golden Oaks Farm of Wauconda, Illinois. Lotto is sired by Silver Ridge V IMAX out of a very good 87-point Delaberge pepper with a second lactation record of over 30,000 pounds of milk with a 5.3% fat test and 3.8% protein test, good for over 1,600 pounds of fat and 1,150 pounds of protein in that lactation. Hailing from the prolific Comstar Lori Chic family, Lotto is backed by 11 generations of very good and excellent dams. Following in his dam's footsteps, Lotto has impressive component numbers, coming in at plus 0.17% for PTA fat percent and plus 0.06 for PTA protein percent, combined with over 1,000 pounds for PTA milk. He is positive for fertility traits with a desirable conformation numbers of 2.34 for PTA type and 2.31 for udder composite. His calving ease is 6.8%. Next up is Maurice, who brings an interesting combination to the table, being heterozygous polled, a red carrier, and also beta-casein A2A2. His sire is Pine Tree Splendid P, and his dam is a very good 86 dam of merit Yoder, with a first lactation record of over 35,000 pounds of milk in 365 days, with an impressive 4.6% fat test, making over 1,600 pounds of fat in that lactation. Highlights from his genomic proof include being plus 0.23% for PTA fat percent and over 2 points for udder composite. Maurice is bred and owned by Hirschton Lee Holsteins of Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Our fourth bull is named Roddy, and he's bred and owned by Trent Hendrickson and John Schneller from Blanchardsville, Wisconsin. Sired by SSI Modesty Magic Touch, Roddy's dam is an 87-point Seagull Bay Silver daughter. He brings strong components at plus 0.13% for PTA fat percent and plus 0.09% for PTA protein percent. He has solid fertility at plus 1.1 for daughter pregnancy rate and a desirable conformation pattern at 2.56 for udder composite. On top of that, Roddy's a red carrier bull, backed by 13 generations of very good and excellent cows, going back to Excellent 97, Glenridge Citation Roxy. Our newest release came out this past August and is named Charisma, bred and owned by our favorite Holsteins in Fall Creek, Wisconsin. Charisma is sired by Woodcrest King Doc, and his dam is an 88.2-year-old sired by Cookie Cutter Hang Time. Behind that are 9 more generations of very good and excellent dams, averaging 91.2 points. Charisma combines a solid production and components with a strong type profile, being over 4 points for PTA type and 2.7 for udder composite. Additionally, he's beta casein A2 and kappa casein BB. The Holstein Marketplace Sires portfolio brings a group of bulls created by breeders for breeders, with genetic profiles and pedigrees that should enable them to be used across a diverse group of cows. If you are interested in purchasing Holstein Marketplace sires, we have a simple online ordering process. Navigate to the Holstein Association USA website and look for the Holstein Marketplace button beneath the main menu. From there, you can view more information about each bull, view a video from their breeders about what they think is unique about their bull, and also order their semen. You can add 1 or more bulls to your shopping cart and check out using a credit card. From there, semen will be shipped directly to your farm from Hawkeye Breeder Service in Iowa, and a return tag for the tank will also be included. For more information, you can also visit with your Holstein USA regional sales representatives. Stay tuned later this spring as we are excited to have some new bulls released through Holstein Marketplace Sires. If you have a bull that you would like to have considered for the Marketplace Sires program, please reach out to Carl Kent, our staff member, at extension 4121. John mentioned earlier in his speech our new Redbook Plus online program that was launched later this August, so I'd like to share a little bit more about that now. Redbook Plus Online is a website that allows users to quickly and easily find comprehensive information on Holstein bulls, including genetic traits, pedigree, and ancestor and progeny information. They can also build and save custom lists based on criteria that's most important to them, and create customized selection indexes to compare and rank bulls. For Holstein breeders who want access to the most up-to-date genetic and performance information on registered Holstein bulls, Redbook Plus Online provides flexible and customizable searching and reporting tools. With over 50,000 bulls available in the database, paired with comprehensive genetic, performance, and pedigree information from the Holstein Association USA Herd Book, Redbook Plus Online puts dairy farmers in the driver's seat of their breeding programs. The program is designed with Holstein breeders in mind, providing flexible and easy-to-use tools to help dairymen make the best choices for their individual operations. An advantage of being a web-based program is that you can access Redbook Plus Online from any computer or device with an internet connection. The website is optimized for use on desktop computers, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. Simply open a web browser on your phone or tablet and navigate to www.breedholsteins.com. From there, you can bookmark the website on the home screen of your phone for quick access, just like an app. Next, I've got some screenshots of the program so we can see some of the key features. When you first log into Redbook Plus Online, this is the home screen that you'll see. At the top, we have what we call user custom lists, where people can save any list of bulls that they would want. And then lower on the page, we have different preformed lists, such as the top 100 TPI bulls, high-ranking genomic bulls, high-ranking polled bulls, some of the things that you'd see on our website and also in the printed version of the Red Book. You can pull up all those here online. Visible at the top on every page, we also have what we call our quick bull search, where you can type in all or part of a bull's name, short name, registration number, or NAB code. And it's got some intelligent sorting built in. So for example, I just typed in the name Delta, and it the program has some logic designed to identify the bull that you're most likely looking for in this short list. If he doesn't show up in this short list, you can quickly go to an expanded search results and narrow down from there. So anywhere you see a bull's name in the program, you can click on it, and it's a link to what we call our individual bull details page. And this will look quite different than individual bull information that you'd see anywhere else, either online or in printed materials. When we were developing Redbook Plus online, we felt it was really important not just to show people all the numbers and all the traits for bulls, but also format the information in a way that helped people understand what they were looking at, even if they maybe weren't familiar with all the traits. So just for example, here you can see that we have these graphs that indicate how much the bulls deviate from the average that's available for every trait. So even if you don't know maybe what the best number is for an individual trait, there's a graphical representation that helps you understand that. There's also labels that indicate whether higher values or lower values or intermediate values would be most favorable for a trait. And of course we have the full selection of traits that you'd find anywhere. We also have the Zoetis wellness traits when they're available, and we have quite extensive database of milk protein information on all the bulls. So it's a real easy way to find comprehensive information about bulls, regardless of which company they're from. You can view it all in the same format. Like we mentioned earlier, you can very quickly build your own reports based on the traits that are most important. So we have literally hundreds of traits available in the database. I just mentioned some of them that would be less common. So you can enter pedigree details if you'd like, and then you can pick from our group of hundreds of traits. You can easily search them, find the ones that you're looking for, enter your desired values, and the program instantly tells you how many bulls meet your criteria. So you can keep whittling down your list until you get the number that you'd like. And you can see up at the top, the program very clearly walks you through the process, and it's very simple to tell where you're at in the process. So this is step 1 of the process. Step 2, you can design your report. You can put any fields that you want on your report. Another nice feature I'll just mention now is because Redbook Plus Online is a program that you log into, you can actually save things all throughout the program. So on the previous screen, if you have a list of criteria that you know that you always want to search for, you can actually save multiple of those. And so the next time you come to the program, instead of having to re-enter everything, you can just pick it from a drop-down. It's the same with your reports. If you have different types of reports or different fields that you want to see, depending on what you're looking for, you can save those all here and just pick it from a drop-down, and it will instantly narrow it down to the fields that you want. And then, of course, you can view your report. From here, there's several things you can do. Of course, you can click by any column heading to sort it. You can download this into Excel. You can click on a bull's name to go to his individual bull page. And you can either save off your entire list, or you could pick bulls off here to save to a personalized list of bulls if you want. Another feature you can quickly access either from the Quick Bull Search or the report, like I just showed you, is a feature that we call Compare Bulls. And Compare Bulls lets you take between 2 and 5 bulls and basically just, like it says, compare them side by side. And again, we've got some color coding here. I'm not sure how clearly my red is showing up on the projector, but the program would highlight the bull that has the most favorable value for a trait. It would be highlighted in green. And again, I don't think it's showing up perfectly here on the screen, but it would highlight the bull that had the least favorable value for the trait in red. So again, even if you're not sure what a desirable number would be for an individual trait, you can still use the color coding here to help you quickly narrow your decisions down. And this is just a sampling of the traits that would be on the Compare Bulls report. The last major feature I'll talk about is our custom index builder. So if you feel that one of the other major industry indexes don't quite fit what you're looking for in your breeding program, you can come on here. You can select a number of traits and apply a weighting to them. Your weighting just has to add up to 100. And then that will actually calculate. You would save it, of course, and then it would calculate that custom index value for every bull in the program. So from there you can search for it as a criteria. You can add it to a report, and you can also view that value on every bull's individual page. Another feature I like about our custom index builder is this chart here shows you the correlation between the index that you just made and several of the major traits. So this pie chart just shows the different traits that were included in your index and the weighting that you put on them, just as a visual representation. And then, as I said, it shows you the correlation between the index that you made and several major traits. So you can, see the correlations there and make sure that there's no negative correlations that you don't want, and tweak it to make sure that you're making progress exactly as you want. So there's a couple subscription options for Redbook Plus Online. So I will mention that anybody that's a current subscriber to our current desktop version of Redbook Plus Multimate, which would be included as part of Holstein Complete, any of those users can actually go online to the website, breedholsteins.com, and create a login anytime for no additional fees. We definitely strongly encourage people to do that and get familiar with the program and start using it. Alongside this, we are redeveloping Multimate tools to be in an online version, and anybody that's a current subscriber to the full version of the program will start to get access to those tools as soon as they're available. We will make pricing for the full version of Redbook Plus Multimate Online available as the Multimate Online approaches late this year. At the timing of that Multimate Online launch, the current desktop version of Redbook Plus Multimate will be sunsetted, and current subscribers will be migrated to the new online version of the program. For anybody that's not a subscriber to our current software program and would be interested in using the tools that I've shown you here today, there is a Redbook Plus Online only subscription that would be available. And again, that subscription would include everything that I just covered, essentially all the features related to bull information, so viewing and saving custom lists, building custom selection indexes, and searching for bulls. That cost is just $33 billed at each official genetic evaluation. So that's 3 times per year in April, August, and December, so it comes out to about $99 per year. If you're interested in subscribing, you can simply call Holstein USA Customer Service, and they'll be happy to assist you. Finally, the last thing I'd like to talk about is how excited we are to announce another episode of the popular Holstein America program, and that'll be airing on RFD TV next month on February 6th. If you do not get RFD TV, or you're not able to tune into the program live, all of the segments, plus the full episode, are available on our YouTube channel the day after they air, so you can watch them online anytime at your convenience. If you have not yet had a chance to view Holstein America, I would highly encourage you to do so. Each episode features several dairy families involved with registered Holsteins and tells their stories, which are interesting to not just those of us that are involved with agriculture every day, but they're also geared to tell a story that would be interesting to the general public. I looked up some stats on our YouTube channel the other day and found them to be quite interesting, so I thought I would share. When you're looking only at our online viewership on YouTube, not even counting those folks that would watch the program live on RFD TV, the 4 previous episodes of Holstein America have collectively over 500,000 views on YouTube. So we're very proud to be helping spread a positive message about dairy farming to such a wide audience.